The Edo State government in Nigeria has launched the state's first energy-efficient building, which is totally powered by solar energy. The building is located in the state capital, Benin. The deputy governor of the state, Dr. Pius Odubu, who was at the event, said the project is commendable and that the innovation would reduce the cost of power generation for the country and especially help businesses and trade. He encouraged institutions in the power sector to follow suit for wider benefits, especially for low-income earners. Dr. Odubu is quoted as saying to the construction firm responsible for the project, "I want to commend your efforts and to appreciate you greatly, particularly coming at a point when electricity supply is at the lowest ebb. I want to charge you to work on it to make sure people in our rural areas have access to electricity." Dr. Robinson Ehirobo, who spoke on behalf of the management of Havila Trend Engineering Consult and Construction Limited, the firm who constructed the solar facility, explained that the building called Ehirobo House was powered by 16 kVA solar panels capable of saving up to 90% of electricity bills. He added that the building had a lighting load of only 150 watts per floor as opposed to 1.6 kilowatts in standard designs. And impatient with waiting on government to provide plots of land for their homes, more than 1,000 people in Namibia have illegally occupied land in the country's coastal town of Swakopmund. The occupied lands were marked down for low-cost housing years ago, but nothing visible has happened since then. Now, Namibia's government is investing close to $4 billion over the next 15 years to meet its large housing and land crisis and to fill a current shortfall of about 100,000 homes. A politician leading the illegal occupants has announced that the people are demanding that the party make good on campaign promises. He also added that the people were frantic for land and that over 5,000 people had added their names to a list requesting that the lands should be allocated to them by the local municipality before the eventual land grab. The Nigerian federal government, through the Minister of Interior Abba Moro, has declared December 25th and 26, 2014 as public holidays to observe the Christmas and Boxing Day celebrations. January 1, 2015 has also been declared a public holiday to mark the new year. In his statement notifying citizens of the holiday, Abba Moro encouraged Christians and all Nigerians in general to extend love, peace, justice and kindness to others, and also urged Nigerians to use the occasion to pray for peace and unity in the country, while also wishing all Nigerians a happy Christmas and a prosperous New Year. And in what will no doubt be good news for those affected if affected, the Executive Secretary of the Economic Commission for Africa, Carlos Lopez, has asked the international community to think about cancelling debts for countries which have been affected by Ebola because this would create enabling conditions for recovery after the crisis. At the commissioning of the new ECA report, with focus on the socio-economic impacts of the Ebola virus disease on Africa, Mr. Lopez is quoted as saying, "We have life with Ebola, and in the aftermath of these countries in crisis, debt cancellation would allow the countries to start from a clean slate from a macroeconomic dimension." The ECA boss added that, given all that the affected countries are undergoing at the moment, especially in terms of public expenditure provoked by the response needs, the debt cancellation would be very beneficial. The Commission's report hammers on the risk of a rise in mortality of diseases totally unrelated to Ebola. It also talks about the bigger impacts of the disease on the lives and sustenance of those who have been affected, with issues of social stigma, educational systems, unemployment and decreased food security being some of the big issues that Ebola-affected countries will have to combat. Mr. Lopez also called for a careful and cautious approach to the response to the disease, noting that while the social and economic situation in the three affected countries is dramatic, the continent as a whole has to deal with the impact on perceptions. Today on Still on the Matter, at Dimeji W tweets, "When I'm about to die, my life will flash before my eyes and God will spare my life after seeing I spent approximately 9 years of it in Apapa traffic." How many of you can relate? Alright guys, it's time for us to go on a quick break, but when we get back, you know that we have got a lot more still to come. We've got news around Africa, we've got hero profiles, there is a lot, so don't go anywhere.